Hi, my name's Eithne. I'm a climber and a yoga teacher, and I'm here today at the Depot Climbing Centre in Manchester to run through some yoga for rock climbers that you can join in with at home. Okay, so this is the cool down, and it's a sequence designed to stretch out and open up the parts of the body that we've worked, and you can use it after the yoga practice, or you can use it if you've been climbing. So we're going to start seated on the mat. Bring two sitting bones down onto the ground and bring the insides of your feet so they're touching, and then just shuffle the ankles a little bit closer, but they don't have to be right next to the groin, just find a distance that's comfortable. You can either hold the ankles or you can hold onto the front of the feet, so just discover which one's more comfortable for you. We're going to inhale, sit up nice and tall, really think about extending the lower back, and then slowly we're going to start to lean forwards. We're bringing our belly button forwards through our legs. We might not move very far. We're going to inhale, lengthen again. And as we exhale, we're going to lean a little bit further. We can bring the elbows down in front of the shins, and we'll take one more breath. So again, reaching the crown of the head away from the sitting bones. This time as we exhale, we can let the head and shoulders drop forwards. Let the top of the head drop right down. Close the eyes for a few breaths. We might be able to let go of any little bits of tension in the lower back. We might find we can fall forwards just a millimetre or more. So just using that steady breath to slow down the heart rate. And with the inhale, we're starting to bring space into the body, so we're available for stretching out. One more breath here, so nice long inhale. And long steady exhale through the nose. We'll inhale to come back to sitting, so slowly lifting the head first, nice long back. We'll come all the way back to sit. We're going to take hold of the outsides of the knees and bring the knees into the center, and then bring the legs out in front. You might need to shuffle back on your mat just a little bit. So we're going to draw the toes towards us. Again, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, and try to really lift up through the lower back. We're going to reach the hands towards the ceiling, inhale, and exhale, bringing that long body forwards. Let the hands drop down. They might just meet the shins or the feet, depending on how open you are. We're going to inhale, lengthen through the lower back. Exhale, belly buttons moving towards the thighs. We'll take one more breath like that. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding. Let the head and the shoulders just drop forwards. And we'll close the eyes again, so we're not worrying about how far forwards we go. We're just finding a position where our hamstrings and our lower back are opening. And if you find it very difficult to get onto the sitting bones here, so you feel like you're rocked backwards on your pelvis, you might need to bend the knees a little bit in order to be able to sit up and then bring the torso forwards. And then as we inhale, let's lift the head and shoulders, and we'll come slowly back up to sitting again. We're going to bring the right foot in close to the groin, and we're going to step the left foot out to about 45 degrees, so it'll come off the side of the mat. And then just shuffle that right foot in nice and close. We're going to bring our left hand so it's resting on the outside of the shin or the thigh. And we're going to lift our right hand up towards the ceiling, sit up nice and tall, and inhale here. And then exhale, leaning over towards that left hand. So we're lengthening all the way down the right side of the body. We might be able to spiral our ribcage up towards the ceiling ever so slightly. Maybe we can look up on the diagonal. Keep that right hip pinned right down onto the floor. One more breath in. Exhale, softening. And inhale, coming back to the center. Take that right arm up and over. We'll change to the other side. So bringing the left foot in this time, reach the right foot away. We're going to bring the forearm down to the thigh or the shin. And we're going to inhale, lift the left fingertips up. Exhale, moving over to that right side. Inhale, perhaps we can spiral up towards the ceiling. We'll take a couple more deep breaths there. Keep the left hip pinned down onto the floor. And then inhale slowly back to the center again. We're going to cross our legs, so we'll bring that right leg in and just find a comfortable seated position. So if this is comfy, stay here. If you prefer to sit another way, then that's absolutely fine. So we're just going to open the neck a little bit. We're going to reach the right arm up and over so it comes onto our left ear. We're going to let our right shoulder fall towards, our right ear, fall towards our right shoulder. So the rest of the back is nice and long. We're isolating the curve in that spine into the neck and opening through the side of the neck there. And you can close your eyes here if you want to, if it's easier to focus on that stretch. And then we're going to walk the fingertips back an inch or two and let the head just roll forward. So the chin will drop slightly towards the right shoulder. And we get that stretch slightly further back in the neck. Take one more long inhale. Long, steady exhale. And then release that hand and bring the head back to the center. We'll go the other way, so left hand comes up and over, this time onto the right ear. And we're letting the left ear drop towards the left shoulder, opening the right side of the neck. Let the eyes fall closed. We'll take a couple of breaths here. Bringing your awareness onto the part of the body that feels that gentle stretch. And then we're going to walk the fingertips back an inch or two and let the chin roll towards the left shoulder. So we're bringing that stretch slightly further around. We're not going for a huge stretch, just a gentle opening here through the neck. Nice long inhale. Steady exhale out through the nose. And then free that hand, bring the head back to the center and bring them down onto the knees and just roll the shoulders forwards. So we're just going to come and sit on our shins for a moment. So just whiz your legs around. We'll just open the forearm. So bring the fingertips back to face the same way that your feet are and bring the heels of the hands down onto the floor. And if you're quite loose, you might want to walk the hands forwards a little bit, and you can shift the weight backwards to start to open the angle of the wrist and the forearm. If you bend the elbow a little bit, you can even make that slightly more intense. Again, closing the eyes and just gently encouraging an opening in that area. And then gently peeling the heels of the hands away from the ground. We'll stretch out through the back of the ribs. So bring the back of the fingers down, back to the hands. So not too much weight here. We're imagining just dragging the hands forwards and letting the front of the wrist open. One more inhale. And then slowly come back up to sitting. If you're comfortable sitting like this, stay like this. Otherwise, come back to sit on your bum. We're going to open through the hands. So we're going to lift the left elbow. Bring the right fingertips, and we're going to put all those fingers into the left fingertips and press the left hand open. So depending on where you have your tightness, you might feel this up in the elbow, you might feel it in the hand or through your forearm. If you can't feel anything, try lifting that elbow a little bit higher. It might be that you're quite loose in your forearms already. Take one more breath there. And then releasing that side. This time we're going to press the left fingertips into the right fingertips, lift the right elbow. And we're going to press this side back. One more breath in. And release. We're going to come down to lie on our back, so we're just going to bring our legs out in front, shuffle the bum towards the feet, and we're going to lie right down on our back. We're going to take our hands out in like a T shape at 90 degrees. And we're going to pick up our right leg, wrap it over the left thigh, and we're going to let both knees fall to the left side. So we're bringing a twist all the way through the body. Try to put your right rib cage and your right shoulder back on the floor, and you might be able to turn your head to look over your right fingertips. If this stretch feels a little bit too intense, you can do this twist with the knees just next to each other instead. We're going to come slowly back to the center. If you had the legs wrapped, we're going to wrap the left leg over the right thigh now, and we're going to let both legs fall down to the left side. And again, if you just had the knees next to each other on the first side, then do that on this side as well. Always listening to your body to see how much intensity is right for you. And then with an inhale, slowly coming back to the center, we'll unwrap that top leg. We're going to hug both knees in towards the chest. You might want to rock a little bit from side to side if that feels nice. And then we're just going to lift the tailbone, lift the shoulders, and we're going to rock ourselves back up into a seated position. Cool. And that's our cool down. Thank you very much. So I hope you've enjoyed the session. If you're carrying straight onto another one, then enjoy. And remember, you can keep coming back to these as many times as you like. Keep improving, keep getting stronger, and keep aiding your climbing. Thank you so much for joining me.